Hi, I'm Anne Kruse and I'm a physical therapist at Dubuque Physical Therapy. I wanted to talk to you today about workstation ergonomics. Many of us are now working from home and don't always have the most ideal setup. I don't have a home office in which to work, so I'm working at my kitchen table. So let's go over a few principles that we can all employ. Number one, there's no single correct posture, but we want to do our best to have neutral body positioning. So we allow for comfortable posture, joints that are naturally aligned, and it reduces stress and strain on your musculoskeletal system. So we begin by what's the height of your workstation? The height of your workstation then determines the height of everything else. I can't change the height of my table. I'm working on my computer. And from there, if you can see, I've built up my seat height by putting just a folded blanket on the seat, plus its padding, so that when I'm sitting, I have a 90-degree bend at the elbow, a neutral wrist, 90-degree bend at the hip, and 90-degree bend at the knee. For some people, that might mean that you have to put your feet up on a stool or a box so that your feet are supported, keeping that 90 degrees of knee bend and hip flexion. From there, a couple other things to think about is where is your head in space? You want to try to maintain a neutral head. Ideally, laptops are not the perfect situation because it does allow us to start to slump and view that screen. You want to try to keep yourself neutral, meaning that your ear is roughly over your shoulder and over your hip, keeping a nice relaxed spine. From there, my shoulders are relaxed, keeping my arms down at my sides, and my elbow stays in close to my side with my arm pretty much in line with my torso. Then I have to be in close enough to my workstation that allows me to rest my fingers on my keys. And I like to think of work zones when I'm thinking of my workstation. Everything that I use on a regular basis, such as my keyboard, mouse if I had one, or writing, is in an area that if I keep my arms at my sides and turn my hands in and out in kind of a windshield washer motion, I then have everything I need within that range of motion of my hands. So that's something good to check at home. I have a lumbar support, so I'm giving myself a little bit of support of that low back and can lean back on my chair if I like to. And I've got myself, like I said already, in close. From there, a couple other things to consider is that it's very important to take breaks when we're working. I noticed the other day I spent a long time on my computer between a few meetings and some other documentation, and when I got up later, I couldn't focus in the distance. So a good rule of thumb is every 20 minutes of working, take at least a 20-second break where you focus your eyes off into the distance for at least that 20 seconds. It's helpful to set a timer, maybe on your phone or a watch, to remind you to do so, otherwise you get engrossed in your work. And it's also important to take postural breaks. So taking that time to get up out of your chair, move around, and do something else. And we'll be bringing another video to you shortly regarding some stretches you can do at home and things to do to break up your work. Thanks for watching.